Good morning, good afternoon, world. Today is Sunday, the 19th day of May 2019. And as I continue to try to educate, I saw a friend of mine today at breakfast, and he said that we all trying to defend you, and when conversation come up, I tell him there's no need to defend me. I am defended by the universal God. God that knows my heart, my desire, my wishes. He knows everything about me. Who better to defend me than him? You cannot educate a fool. These videos are not for fools. You know them. You're in the class with them. D, dunce, F for fool. Do not ever argue with a fool. Proverbs says that in Proverbs, the book of Proverbs. If you argue with a fool, you become a fool. So you don't have to defend me at all, at no time. Let them talk. Get education from the quiet haters. I call them quiet haters. They wish they could, but they stuck in themselves. I'm way beyond them. Because one click of the finger, bam, and this goes everywhere. And somebody is paying attention. I'm just trying to educate those who choose to be educated. Remember that Jesus Christ was down here and he had 12 disciples. They saw him, did miracles. They eat with him. The Last Supper. Saw him perform miracles. I've done neither one of them. And these are the same players that crucified Jesus Christ. So who am I? I'm just a mere Kai with a app and a voice and some knowledge of what's going on. On the 17th of May, that was Friday around about 10:30, I was assaulted by somebody who I call a friend before that. Not friend, acquaintance. Mullins and I were pretty cool up until that time when he decided to act ultra-virus against me. And in Bahama language we say, Mullins only showing himself because none of the parties that were there would agree with Mullins' action. The devil got at me and said, you know what? I think Murphy put Mullins up to assault me. Then I said, you know what? I just did a video with Murphy 20 minutes before that. So, Kai, get that thought out your mind. Mullins just absolutely an idiot. So I erased that. There's no way the Prime Minister would have allowed Mullins to assault me, the Attorney General, nor would Ellsworth Johnson, past president of the Bar Association. For those of you that don't know, this is a little education for you to see how much trouble that Mullins, through his action, has brought upon himself. But like a lot of behemoths, they just let it go because it's costly, it's timely to go before the Supreme Court. I was not only working as a taxi driver, my car was parked up front waiting on a job, but I also have another job, so that's two jobs that he prevented me from. He prevented me and blocked me from doing business as a taxi driver and also as a freedom fighter, that I have a license to operate in this country. So the first thing Mullins did constitutionally was took me away from my job, my business. Then he assaulted and battered me. When he put his hand on me without any reason, without any due cause, he assaulted me, and then he went further by slamming me into the glass door there at the airport and trying to intimidate me by putting his hand on his gun. I could have reacted, but I was shocked like everybody else while he was assaulting, intimidating, and battering me. And number 3, he violated my constitutional rights. Under the Constitution, I have a right not to be detained unlawfully by Mullins. By him holding me and grabbing me and didn't allow me to move, he detained me unlawfully just because I was shooting a video. And when I told him that he's interfering with my constitutional right, you know what Mullins said on video? I don't care. Listen to him. Big and bad, he don't care. Well, you're going to care soon. Then he went further. He breached the freedom of speech and expression. I have the rights under the Constitution to speak freely, to express myself freely. Mullins disallowed that by stepping between me and my camera and pushing me backwards some 10 feet. Then he detained me from freedom of assembly. I have the right to be free to assemble with any crowd. The crowd that I was with there, the Prime Minister's delegation, I'm free to do that. But Mullins said, no, I don't have the rights to assemble with these people. So he detained me, pushed me away from them. That broke another of my constitutional right. Then the most serious one of them is number 25 under the Constitution. Protection of the freedom of movement. He decided that he was not going to let me move freely. So he put 2 hands on me and held me until the Prime Minister get in the car so I couldn't take a picture. You cannot detain somebody from freedom of their movement unless they have committed a crime. I did no crime. And for those of you that don't know, the smarter police knows better. I watch the police doing stuff, alter riots all the time. I saw a case with Fred Smith went into, and he won it in the Supreme Court, and they appealed it. The Attorney General office appealed it, and he won it in the appellate court. And as simple as it is, and I see them do all the time, what they did to Fred Smith is what they do here all the time. On the street, they stop you from your movement, meaning they stop your car and they search it, they detain you in a roadblock. That is illegal. You cannot stop anybody without a reason. You have to have a legitimate reason to stop Kai Mills on the street for any reason. And I see him do it all the time, the roadblock, you know. But how many people, how many persons gonna take that to the Supreme Court? Well, let me advise y'all. There is a case there with Fred Smith that they did that too. And he got money out of the government because the law says you have no rights to detain, to stop, to question any individual without a reason and a legitimate reason. Not come out the air and block up the road and stop people from carrying the guests to the airport and ask me all kind of stupid questions while I have my guests in my car. That is illegal. Whether they know it or know it not, now they know. And when on the 17th of May, on Friday, when Sergeant Mullins took himself upon himself to become a thug rather than a policeman, he breached Article 19, 23, 24, and 25 of my constitutional rights, and it's on video. One of the best with this in the world is videography. So Mullins, there's no sense trying to fight what you can't fight. What you now should do is lawyer up and decide how much you're gonna pay Kai Mills, because you will pay, and I will take you to Supreme Court. And if you don't pay me, I'll take you back to Supreme Court to have them commit you into Foxhill for non-payment of a direct order by the Supreme Court. Ellis will soon find that out. Cash will soon find that out. Murphy will soon find that out. And your good buddy, Wendell Clark, that you say that's so much better than Mortimer, he too shall find that out soon. Stay tuned. That and this is information. Nobody has the rights, no policeman has the rights to put their hands upon you. Once they put their hands on you, without any cause, without you breaking any law, they have messed with your constitutional right. And the constitutional law is very powerful. And Mullins will soon find out the folly of his ways. You just got educated here, live on a Sunday, by WCAY on WCAY Network. Kai Case. That's why I'm letting the non-haters be educated. The other ones, you can't get them all. Only the smart ones. Kai Case. That's why I'm here.